Welcome to Reddit After Hours. This is r/relationship advice, where OP is pissed because her husband basically refuses to satisfy her in the bedroom at all. Our first Reddit post comes from Throw a Pop, titled, "I think my husband will never sexually satisfy me, and being a virgin when we met ruined that." My husband and I have been married for 4 years this year. We met at the beginning of 2019. He was my first and only boyfriend and intimate partner. I grew up in purity culture and was only in those spaces until I met him. He has had other intimate partners and relationships before me. At first, I was so into our intimate relationship because, well, I think it's because it's all I knew and I'm being intimate for the first time and it's awesome. He started out really attentive and taught me a lot, let me go at my pace, and everything was consensual, and I felt heard and safe at every turn. That is and has never been an issue. The real issue is a few things. First, he actually has never really made me orgasm. I think I thought he was at first, but as I explored with him, I finally explored myself alone, and it wasn't until us being engaged that I realized, wow, that's an orgasm. Passionate hugging is so much more fun when I get off too. So to this day, my husband has only made me orgasm twice, and only because I got myself to the edge and he joined in to finish the job. That's been fine, and I don't need to get off to enjoy it. I don't really care to finish as long as we both have a good time and end satisfied. But also, I wish I didn't have to ask to orgasm and he'd offer it or work for it. This has been communicated over several years, which leads to dilemma 2. I'm mostly just pleasuring him or doing the work these days, and despite communicating that I'd want it to be more mutual, like sitting him down, explaining in the moment, texting him, etc., anytime I try to initiate, he does, it's always him asking me to just give him a BJ, or at least just start with a BJ to get him in the mood, and sure, BJs are fine. Not my favorite, but I love him, and I can compromise. But once he finishes or is ready to have passionate hugging, I'm not in the mood anymore. Or he finishes and I wanted to be intimate and have him be turned on at the same time, but not be finished and feel like I'm just an afterthought. So then I just give up and I feel like I have to beg for him to please me even just a little bit. Every time he initiates, it's never me focused. It's just him, a BJ, a handy, and he just wants me on top. And although it's embarrassing, I have had bad asthma and I can't perform for very long and need to take some breaks. Breaks without him pleasuring me and turning me off because we just wait for me to breathe well again. He hasn't even gone down on me in over a year. Anytime my initiation starts with me being treated intimately first, or it's suggested that I want him to go down on me, he denies me. Now, it's fine to be denied. I just don't understand, and maybe something is up. I keep really clean. I don't think I have any issues going on. I just feel like intimacy has been him focused for our entire relationship. And that was fine for him since he knew I had no idea what I was doing. And now that I found out what I like or want to be involved way more in, it's not interesting to him maybe. I rarely get a yes to intimacy from him, and if I do, it's only if I offer something that he wants and is satisfied from. I've communicated this multiple times to him and have had what I thought were breakthroughs over the last 4 years, only to fall back into this self-centered intimacy cycle. How many times do we have to talk about it before he either gets it through his head that I deserve some of my intimate wants met too, or do I just give up? The worst part is the rest of our marriage is great. We truly don't argue or struggle to communicate except for this. We both mutually are okay with watching adult videos and getting off on our own, but I like passionate hugging. I want to be satisfied by it, and I just don't know if we're truly compatible anymore. But we are compatible in every other aspect of our marriage. One of my friends said he groomed me, which feels very aggressive, but I don't know, maybe I'm blind. Another friend said that he, quote, trained me to like passionate hugging how he likes it and is now disappointed that I figured it out. That is not him in any way or his personality. He is truly wonderful. We never fight. We work well together emotionally, financially, humor, respect, etc. I just literally can't get good me-centered or mutually centered passionate hugging. What's crazy is I wonder how many guys are going to hear this story and think I have the exact opposite problem in my marriage. Like, he's the one trying to initiate, but, Anyway, that's just a super weird scenario. Like, I don't know. I almost kind of agree with the one friend that says that he trained her to have it, like he liked it and is now disappointed that she figured it out. Like, I just, maybe leave a comment what you might think it'd be, but I don't know what else it could be. That's just a super weird situation I have. Our next Reddit post comes from ThrowRushShirt06, titled, "My boyfriend sided with another girl over me and made me feel humiliated." Last night, I went out to dinner with my boyfriend and a female friend. She's dating his best friend. While we were eating, she casually told me that I should stop eating at night and lose some weight. What hurt more was my boyfriend agreeing with her, saying, "She's right, it's for your own good." I didn't say anything, but I felt completely humiliated. Then the topic of doing a mukbang came up. My friend said that she talked to my boyfriend earlier and he said no, that I couldn't do it because I'm getting fat and would end up like a popular overweight streamer. They both laughed and again I stayed silent. I felt embarrassed, like he wasn't taking my stand. To add to this, earlier that day, my boyfriend had used her perfume, a pocket one, after smoking. I casually asked about the scent on his wrist and he denied it at first, and then admitted that it was hers. It's not the first time that he's made comments comparing me to her. He once said that I don't have, quote, a body or height like hers when I wanted to join them for work at an event. They refer to each other as, quote, brother and sister, but he listens to her more than me, makes decisions with her, and talks to her in ways that he never does with me. When I try to share how I feel, he says I'm overreacting or trying to control him. Am I being too sensitive, or is this all a red flag and I need to stop ignoring? I don't know, OP. Maybe I just read a little bit too much Reddit, but I personally think there's something going on behind the background that they're not telling you. Like, just the fact that he compares you to her and then in front of her is willing to call you fat in front of her. Not to mention that even just doing that to your partner in public is wildly disrespectful in and of itself. But specifically to her in public and then just laughs about it with her and right in front of you, that would be a relationship ender for me if I was just dating somebody. But yeah, OP, I think there's more than meets the eye here. Our next Reddit post comes from Cat Ass Trophy, titled, "My husband gave me an ultimatum. Find a new job or he walks." My husband and I have been together for 11 years, married for 4. Sorry for how long this is, but I had to add a little bit of backstory to this. I'm a schedule coordinator and have been at this job for a little over 4 years now. I make really good money, have great benefits, bonuses, the best management and coworkers that you could ask for, and I got to work from home 2 days a week. It was an hour drive to work and about an hour and 20 drive home. Within the first year, it got really busy. We got so busy that I had to work 10, 12, sometimes 14-hour days just to keep up. My attitude in the workplace changed and I got mean and stressed. I would come home crying because I felt like I couldn't keep up and that I was failing at my job. I stopped working out or eating properly, and my husband was the only one who I could complain to about these things. So finally, after 2 years of this, we finally hired another coordinator, and she's great. We get along well and have a bunch in common. I love going to the office to see her face because we get along so well. After we hired her, our office moved further from my house. The new drive is an hour 20 in the morning and an hour 45 to 2 hours, depending on traffic. I was working from home 2 days a week and going in 3 days a week. After the move, husband said that he never sees me, and when I get home, I'm always tired and never want to do anything. He wanted me to ask my job if I could move to 3 days a week. I asked, and they said that they need to see that I can keep up with scheduling before allowing 3 days a week, which I understood because of common sense in the workplace. I told husband that, and he got upset, saying that they're taking advantage of me and that all we do is wait. He says that he's seen me cry and suffer so much for this place and that they keep promising but don't produce. We argued and didn't bring it up again for a while. In April of this year, one of our very close friends died really young. Husband and I realized that life is really short and we both made moves at our workplaces. I told my job about our friend and asked to work from home 4 days a week. I told them that I know it's a lot to ask for, but if they can't work with me, I'll have to start looking for a closer job because I need to do better for myself and my family. They said that they would work with me on it, but that they needed to hire a third coordinator first and then get them trained before they would allow that. Again, I understood because I know how busy my job is. I told my husband, and I was so excited that they were willing to work for me, but he got upset. We argued again and again. He said I cared more about my job than him, that I don't care about his feelings. All the while, we're both crying at this point. And that's when he told me that if they don't give me 4 days a week by the end of the year and I decide to stay at this job, he would walk out. I've worked so hard to build up my division to what it's becoming, and the company is still growing. On the other hand, I've also suffered, but things are getting better. We just need to wait a little more. I love my husband, but I also love what I do also. So Reddit, has anyone else been in this situation before? What would you do in my situation? OP, I'm glad that you love what you do, but you only get one chance at your family, right? And I don't know, if it were me, I would pick my family over a job any day. If you learn a set of skills, you can take that skills and you can work just about anywhere. But I don't know, your family should always come first, OP. So I hope you make the right decision. That was Reddit After Hours, bringing you r/relationship advice. Thank you all so much for listening. And if you like these videos, like and subscribe for more Reddit content.